When the Zargaxians attempt to conquer Earth, they discover humans have transformed their entire planet into an elaborate escape room puzzle, complete with riddles, traps, and helpful hint systems that dispense coffee. What started as an invasion becomes an intergalactic game show. High Commander ZYX, for 27 of the Zargaxian Empire's 12th conquest fleet, stared at the holographic display of Earth, with all 6 of their optical organs twitching in disbelief. What should have been a straightforward planetary subjugation was rapidly becoming the most bewildering encounter in their 300-cycle military career. "Explain to me again," they chittered to Science Officer Vex 119, "why we can't simply blast through their defensive shield?" Vex 119's tentacles twisted nervously around their data tablet. "Well, Commander, it seems the shield requires us to solve a puzzle first." "A puzzle?" "Yes, Commander, and it keeps changing. First, it was a complex mathematical equation. Then it became something called a crossword puzzle, and now—" Vex 119's voice trailed off. "Now what?" "Now it's asking us to complete something called a wordle in 6 attempts or less." The bridge of the Zargaxian flagship, Inevitable Victory, fell silent except for the soft pinging of what appeared to be game show music emanating from Earth's direction. The planet's defensive shield now displayed a cheerful grid of empty boxes, with a helpful tutorial floating beside it. "Incoming transmission," announced Communications Officer Kix 876, their antennae curling in confusion. "It's signed by someone called Starjammer Razorfrost, Earth's Chief Entertainment Officer." "Put it through," ZYX for 27 ordered, mandibles clicking in irritation. A holographic figure materialized on the bridge, wearing what appeared to be a combination of formal business attire and what could only be described as party accessories. The human's iridescent hair shifted through rainbow colors as they spoke. "Welcome, potential invaders." Starjammer Razorfrost's voice boomed with game show host enthusiasm. "I'm delighted to inform you that you've been selected as contestants in Earth's newest season of So You Think You Can Conquer? Please note that participation is mandatory, and your attempts at planetary domination will be broadcast across all major galactic entertainment networks. We are the Zargaxian Empire." ZYX 427 thundered. "We do not participate in game shows." "Oh, but you already are." Razorfrost grinned, gesturing to a scoreboard that had materialized beside them. "Your current score is negative 47 points for failing to notice that your entire fleet is currently parked in a giant game of space battleship. Those aren't stars twinkling around you. They're hit markers." Sure enough, looking out the viewport, ZYX 427 could now see that the space around their fleet had been gridded out like some enormous game board. Several of their ships were blinking red, having apparently been sunk. "Don't worry, though," Razorfrost continued. "Our Planetary Defense Commissioner, Quantum Winterweave, has prepared a delightful series of increasingly challenging puzzles for you. Successfully complete them, and you might just earn the right to attempt an actual invasion. And if we refuse?" ZYX 427 demanded. "Oh, you really don't want to forfeit," a new voice chimed in as another hologram appeared, a human with crystalline skin and hair that seemed to be made of pure mathematics. "I'm Quantum Winterweave, by the way. As for forfeiting, well, let's just say our last contestants tried that. Their ships are now part of our intergalactic mini-golf course. Hole 7 is particularly challenging. The windmill is made from their flagship's bridge." Before ZYX 427 could respond, a small robot materialized on their command console, cheerfully dispensing cups of a steaming dark liquid. "Complimentary coffee," Razorfrost announced. "You'll need it. Oh, and do meet our head of contestant relations, Nebula Stormchaser. They handle our hint system." A third hologram appeared, this one appearing to be made entirely of shimmering Aurora Borealis in a vaguely humanoid shape. "Pro tip," Nebula offered, "the answer to today's wordle is definitely not peace. Though that would have been hilarious." ZYX 427 slumped in their command chair, all 6 eyes blinking in sequence. The High Command said Earth would be an easy conquest. A primitive planet, they said. Minimal defenses, they said. Oh, we do have minimal defenses. Quantum Winterweave agreed. We just maximized our entertainment value instead. Now, shall we begin round one? Your first challenge involves converting your entire fleet into a giant game of Tetris. Don't worry about the physics. We've made them optional in this sector. As the Zargaxian fleet's ships began to involuntarily rearrange themselves into familiar geometric shapes, ZYX 427 reached for one of the coffee cups. They had a feeling they were going to need it. In the background, Earth's defensive shield had finally changed its display again. It now showed a cheerful leaderboard titled Greatest Failed Invasions, Season 47. The Zargaxian Empire was already listed in position number 3, just below the Great Vorlon Puzzle Panic, and above the Deltarian Dance-Off Disaster. The invasion had only just begun, and somehow, they were already losing to a planet that had turned interplanetary warfare into a game show. Your fleet's Tetris formation is innovative, Starjammer Razorfrost announced, studying the awkward arrangement of Zargaxian ships. Though I'm not sure that's how an L block is supposed to look. Minus 20 points for geometric imprecision. ZYX 427. Now on their 4th cup of the mysteriously energizing coffee, watched as their once mighty armada continued its involuntary transformation into entertainment props. 3 destroyers had become part of an elaborate domino chain, while their prized dreadnought was currently serving as the paddle in what appeared to be a giant game of Pong against the moon. I don't understand, Science Officer Vex 119 muttered, their tentacles tangled in frustrated knots. Our scans show their technology is based entirely on what they call rule of cool physics. It shouldn't work. Oh, but that's where you're wrong. Quantum Winterweave's hologram materialized, their crystalline form now sporting what appeared to be a professor's tweed jacket. You see, we discovered that the universe's source code is actually written in Python, and like any good programmers, we found some excellent exploits. Would you like to see our patch notes? Before anyone could respond, every screen on the bridge began scrolling with updates. Earth patch 2.47.3. Nerf gravity was too restrictive. Buffed human creativity stat plus 9,000%. Added rainbow trails to quantum particles, purely aesthetic. Fixed bug where speed of light was constant, boring. Added microtransactions to entropy. This is impossible, Vex 119 protested. You can't just patch reality. Spoken like someone who hasn't tried our premium reality subscription service, Nebulous Stormchaser commented, their aurora-like forms shimmering with amusement. Now, about your next challenge. The space around the Zargaxian fleet suddenly transformed into what appeared to be an enormous board game. Each ship now sat on a square, and holographic dice the size of small moons hovered nearby. Welcome to Snakes and Singularities, Razorfrost announced with game show host flourish. Roll the quantum dice to move your fleet. Land on a black hole, and you'll have to answer a riddle. Land on a wormhole. And, well, we're still finding some of the pieces from the last fleet that tried that. Our weapons. Combat Officer Kicks 332 suddenly exclaimed. They've turned all our plasma cannons into bubble guns. Sure enough, the fleet's fearsome armament was now producing iridescent spheres that drifted through space, refracting starlight in impossibly beautiful patterns. Much more festive this way, Quantum Winterweave approved, though you might want to avoid popping them. Each bubble contains a miniature parallel universe, and the paperwork for universe spillage is absolutely dreadful. The scoreboard updated itself. Bubble physics understanding, minus 50 points. Creative problem solving, still waiting. Coffee consumption, admirable progress. Entertainment value, rising steadily. This is madness, ZYX for 27 declared, reaching for their 5th coffee. We are the Zargaxian Empire. We have conquered 37 star systems. Ah, but did you have fun doing it? Nebulous Stormchaser asked, materializing a holographic therapy couch beside the commander's chair. We find that most wannabe conquerors are just dealing with unresolved competitive issues from their larval stages. Before ZYX-427 could protest this impromptu psychoanalysis, alarms blared across the bridge. Their flagship had landed on a singularity square. Ooh, riddle time! Razor Frost clapped excitedly. Here's your question. What's quantum and entangled and recursive all over? That's not even a proper riddle. Vex 119 protested. The answer is your fleet's current position. Quantum Winterweave smirked. You see, while you are all focused on the game board, we've quantum entangled your ships with their own parallel universe versions. You're now playing against yourselves across infinite dimensions. The viewport showed thousands of identical Zargaxian fleets, each making slightly different moves in the cosmic board game. Some were winning, most were losing, and one appeared to have somehow turned their entire fleet into a synchronized swimming team. Current viewer ratings are through the roof. Razor Frost announced gleefully, "We're trending across 17 dimensions." The Galactic Entertainment Network wants to know if you'd be interested in a spin-off series, Zargaxian Eye for the Invasion Guy. As their fleet continued to play itself in a mind-bending multidimensional game show, ZYX-427 had a disturbing realization. They were actually starting to enjoy this. Fine, they declared, mandibles set in determination. If we must play your games to conquer this planet, then play we shall. Give us your worst. Oh, honey, Nebula Storm Chaser's Aurora form sparkled with delight. We haven't even started the main game yet. This is just the tutorial level. The scoreboard pinged again. Genre savviness, plus 10 points. Dramatic character development beginning. Coffee addiction, successfully induced. Plot twist preparation, loading. As the Zargaxian fleet prepared for whatever fresh madness Earth had in store, none of them noticed the small print at the bottom of the scoreboard. All contestant data being collected for future season of Universe's Got Talent. The invasion had become a game show. The game show had become a multidimensional phenomenon, and somewhere in the cosmic background radiation, the laugh track was just warming up. The situation in Earth's orbit had evolved from mere chaos into what could only be described as orchestrated pandemonium. The Zargaxian fleet, once the pride of their empire's military might, was now participating in what Earth's game masters called Extreme Makeover. Invasion Edition. Contestant ZYX-427, Quantum Winterweave announced, their crystalline form now sporting a reality TV producer's headset. Your fleet's current aesthetic is so last millennium. Let's see what our style team can do. Before the commander could protest, a swarm of what appeared to be automated design drones descended upon their ships. Within moments, the sleek, threatening vessels of war had been transformed into what could only be described as floating art installations. My dreadnought, ZYX-427 gasped, watching their flagship sprout ornamental gardens and what appeared to be a water park. You've added, are those water slides? Antimatter water slides, Nebula Storm Chaser corrected, their aurora form rippling with pride. The loop-de-loops exist in 12 dimensions simultaneously. Very refreshing. The broadcast ratings soared as other alien civilizations tuned in to watch the spectacle. The show had spawned countless reaction videos across the galaxy, with particular attention paid to the moment when the Zargaxian battle cruiser accidentally triggered Earth's Dance Dance Revolution defense grid. Breaking news! Starjammer Razor Frost announced, their rainbow hair now styled into an impossible Mobius strip. We're receiving calls from other invasion fleets. They want to compete too. Sure enough, the space around Earth was becoming crowded with arriving ships from various aggressive civilizations, all eager to participate in what was now being called the greatest show in multiple dimensions. We've had to start a waiting list, Quantum Winterweave explained, pulling up a holographic spreadsheet that stretched into infinity. The Cronins want to challenge your score in the interpretive space battle category, and the Vex Collective is demanding a rematch in galactic karaoke. The scoreboard had evolved into a complex matrix of achievements. Most creative use of a quantum torpedo, pending. Best choreographed fleet formation, 3 out of 10. Coffee consumption record. New high score. Most dramatic villain to game show contestant character arc. In progress. This is actually generating more revenue than our previous conquest-based economy, muttered Combat Officer Kix 332, who had recently been promoted to Chief Entertainment Analytics Officer. The Zargaxian High Command, watching via quantum broadcast, was experiencing what humans would call a collective aneurysm. Their carefully planned military campaign had become the galaxy's hottest reality show, complete with merchandising deals and spin-off series. Our latest viewing figures are off the charts. Nebula Storm Chaser announced gleefully, "We're even getting audiences from parallel universes where television hasn't been invented yet. But how is that possible?" Vex 119 demanded, their scientific principles crumbling faster than their dignity. "We're broadcasting backwards through time," Quantum Winterweave explained. "The ratings were so good that we decided to expand our demographic temporally as well as spatially. Your invasion attempt is now officially more popular than Gravity." The situation reached new levels of absurdity when Earth unveiled its latest defense system, a cosmic talent show judge panel consisting of a superintelligent black hole, a reformed space pirate, and what appeared to be a sentient cup of coffee. 4 out of 10 for your latest attack formation, the black hole announced, its accretion disk forming a disappointed frown. The spatial geometry was derivative, and your quantum harmonics were totally off-key. "But I loved the passion, darling," the space pirate added, their cybernetic eye twinkling. "You're really starting to embrace the entertainment aspect." The coffee cup just vibrated menacingly, causing every caffeinated beverage within a light year to resonate in harmony. As if this wasn't enough, Earth had begun offering premium subscription packages to other civilizations who wanted to watch the invasion attempts in ultra-high definition, complete with commentary from retired conquest specialists and professional game show hosts. "We're thinking of adding a home viewer participation element," Starjammer Razorfrost mused. "Maybe let them vote on which laws of physics we suspend next." The Zargaxian fleet, now more entertainment troop than military force, found themselves adapting to their new reality with surprising enthusiasm. Crew members were taking improv classes. Weapons officers were studying choreography, and the ship's AI had started a podcast called Invasion Bloopers and Blunders. "Next week on So You Think You Can Conquer," boomed the announcer's voice across space and time. Watch as our contestants tackle the American Ninja Warrior, course built from recycled dark matter. Will the Zargaxians finally master the Quantum Wardrobe Challenge? And don't miss our special guest judge, the conscious manifestation of the universe's source code, ZYX427, sipping their 20th coffee of the day, watched as their fleet performed a synchronized swimming routine in zero gravity. They had come to conquer Earth, but somehow Earth had conquered the ratings instead. The cosmic ratings war had reached fever pitch. Earth's transformation of the Zargaxian invasion into must-see TV had sparked what media historians would later call the Great Entertainment Revolution. The Galactic Council's emergency session was interrupted by commercial breaks, and diplomatic immunity now came with sponsorship deals. Today's invasion attempt is brought to you by Quantum Cola, Starjammer Razorfrost announced, their rainbow hair now arranged in the shape of corporate logos. When regular refreshment isn't enough, try all possible refreshments simultaneously. The Zargaxian fleet had adapted to their new reality with surprising enthusiasm. Their ships now sported racing stripes that violated several laws of chromatics, and their battle formations were being choreographed by a former circus master who specialized in impossible geometries. "Your next challenge," Quantum Winterweave declared, their crystalline form now dressed in what appeared to be a game show host outfit made of condensed starlight, involves navigating our newly installed obstacle course of improbability. The space between Earth and Mars had been transformed into a series of increasingly absurd challenges. Black holes had been domesticated and trained to act as hoops for ships to fly through. The asteroid belt had been rearranged into a giant pinball machine, with Earth's moon serving as the flipper. "Remember," Nebula Stormchaser added, their Aurora form now sporting a referee's whistle made of northern lights. Points will be deducted for any violations of the laws of physics that we haven't already suspended for entertainment purposes. The scoreboard had evolved into a multidimensional matrix that required non-Euclidean mathematics to comprehend. Reality show drama, infinity/10. Physics compliance, error 404. Coffee dependency, terminal. Viewer engagement, breaking space-time. The situation escalated further when Earth unveiled its latest innovation, interactive viewer participation across multiple timelines. Congratulations, Razor Frost announced to the Zargaxian commander. Our viewers from the 47th century have voted to temporarily transform your fleet into a Broadway musical production. Hope you've been practicing your quantum harmonics. ZYX427, who had long since abandoned any pretense of military dignity, found themselves directing their crew in a production of Phantom of the Space Opera. Their flagship's weapon systems had been automatically converted into a sophisticated lighting rig, and the ship's AI had developed a concerning passion for dramatic soliloquies. The ratings are breaking causality. Quantum Winterweave exclaimed gleefully. We're getting viewership numbers from dimensions that don't technically exist yet. The Zargaxian High Command's latest transmission consisted entirely of incoherent screeching, followed by a request for season tickets. Their military strategy department had been converted into a writer's room, and their war college now offered courses in advanced reality TV tactics and strategic product placement. Breaking news! Nebula Storm Chaser announced. The Temple Broadcasting Authority is complaining that our show's popularity is causing viewers in multiple time periods to postpone their own apocalypses just to watch the finale. The situation reached new heights of absurdity when Earth introduced the Celebrity Invasion special episode. Famous conquerors from across history were quantum reconstructed to serve as guest judges, leading to the surreal sight of Genghis Khan critiquing the Zargaxian fleet's interpretation of Space West Side Story. Your battle formation lacks emotional depth, the holographic Khan declared. Also, your quantum tap dancing is slightly out of sync with the fabric of reality. The show had spawned countless spin-offs across the galaxy. Dancing with the Stars had been reimagined as Dancing with the Actual Stars, featuring choreographed stellar bodies. The Great British Bake Off had evolved into the Great Galactic Physics Breaking Off, where contestants competed to create the most improbable violations of universal constants. We're receiving applications from other universes, Razor Frost announced. Apparently, some realities where entertainment doesn't exist want to import our concept of fun. We're considering a multiverse franchise deal. The Zargaxian fleet, now more entertainment troop than military force, had achieved unprecedented popularity. Their commander's signature look, a combination of military regalia and game show glitter, had become the galaxy's hottest fashion trend. Coffee consumption had become a competitive sport, with baristas replacing weapons officers on most warships. Next week on So You Think You Can Conquer, the announcer's voice boomed across 17 dimensions. Watch as our contestants attempt to invade Earth while performing a full production of Cats in zero gravity. Plus, a special appearance by the anthropomorphic personification of the universe's sense of humor. The show's success had led to some unexpected consequences. 3 previously hostile alien empires had abandoned warfare in favor of starting their own entertainment networks. The concept of ratings had been added to the fundamental forces of the universe, and Nielsen boxes were now quantum entangled with the very fabric of space-time. ZYX427, reviewing their fleet's latest performance scores while sipping their 47th coffee of the day, a new multidimensional record, had a sudden revelation. We're not even trying to conquer Earth anymore, are we? Oh, honey, Nebula Storm Chaser's Aurora form sparkled sympathetically. You haven't been trying to conquer Earth since Episode 3. You've been too busy rehearsing for the Intergalactic Talent Show finals. The scoreboard pinged one final time. Military threat level, replaced by Nielsen ratings. Entertainment value, breaking reality. Character development, complete. Genre shift, successfully achieved. as the Zargaxian fleet prepared for their next performance, a reality-bending interpretation of the Pirates of Penzance, featuring actual space pirates and quantum parrots. None of them noticed the small print appearing at the bottom of their contracts. All reality show participants hereby agree to become permanent cast members in Earth's ongoing project to transform the universe into the ultimate entertainment experience. The invasion had become a show. The show had become a phenomenon, and somewhere in the cosmic background radiation, the laugh track had achieved sentience and was negotiating its own spin-off series. The moment Earth's game masters had been building toward finally arrived. After 47 episodes of reality warping entertainment, the show's finale promised to break not just the laws of physics, but the very concept of finales itself. Ladies, gentlemen, and beings of indeterminate dimensional states, Starjammer Razorfrost announced, their hair now a living constellation of rating statistics, welcome to the ultimate challenge, the great reality show revelation. The solar system had been transformed into the most ambitious stage ever conceived. Jupiter's storms formed a natural light show. Saturn's rings had been tuned to provide surround sound, and the asteroid belt had been arranged into the universe's largest stadium seating. Before we reveal your final challenge, Quantum Windowy began, their crystalline form now resembling a quantum superposition of every game show host in history. Perhaps you'd like to know why Earth really created all this. ZYX427, their exoskeleton now bedazzled with sponsorship logos, and their blood composition, roughly 80% coffee, leaned forward in their gravity-defying command chair. You mean this wasn't just about entertainment? Oh, darling, Nebula Stormchaser chuckled, their aurora form shimmering with anticipation. We turned your invasion into a show because it was the most efficient way to save the galaxy. The bridge fell silent, broken only by the sound of the ship's AI practicing its acceptance speech for the Best Supporting Artificial Intelligence in a reality show awards. You see, Quantum Winterweave explained, humanity discovered something terrible about the universe. It was dying, not of entropy but of boredom. The cosmic consciousness itself was falling asleep. So we did what humans do best. We turned it into entertainment. Screens materialized across space, showing the true metrics Earth had been measuring. Universal joy quotient, up 47,000%. Cosmic consciousness engagement, maximum. Interdimensional peace through entertainment, achieved. Reality show therapy success rate, infinite. Your invasion fleet wasn't the first to visit Earth, Razorfrost revealed. But you were the first to achieve a perfect score in converting military might into pure entertainment value. Congratulations! You've helped save existence itself. The universe, it turned out, had been watching their show with increasing interest. The cosmic background radiation had evolved from a laugh track into a standing ovation, and dark matter had started forming itself into fan art. So what happens now? ZYX427 asked, suddenly aware that their entire military career had become the universe's most successful peace initiative. Now, Quantum Winterweave grinned, their form sparkling with infinite possibilities. You get to choose. Earth is offering franchising opportunities. We're thinking, so you think you can conquer. Zargaxian Edition could be huge in the Andromeda Galaxy. The Zargaxian High Command, which had long since replaced their war room with a television studio, immediately began negotiations for broadcasting rights. Their empire, once built on conquest, was being reformed around rating shares and production values. But wait! Nebula Stormchaser called out. There's one final twist. The solar system shifted again, revealing that the entire show had been taking place inside a snow globe on the desk of a cosmic being who had been feeling rather down until this entertainment package arrived. Reality itself was our biggest fan, Razorfrost explained. And thanks to your performance, it's decided to renew existence for another season. The scoreboard displayed its final update. Universe saved through entertainment. Achievement unlocked. Galaxy-wide peace achieved through reality TV. Mission accomplished. Coffee ascended to fundamental force of nature. Unexpected bonus. Season 2 renewal confirmed. The Zargaxian Empire became the galaxy's leading entertainment conglomerate, specializing in converting potential conflicts into primetime programming. Their warships were retrofitted into mobile broadcasting stations, and their military academy became the universe's most prestigious performing arts school. ZYX427, now hosting their own talk show late night with the former conqueror, often reflected on how their failed invasion had succeeded beyond their wildest expectations. Their signature coffee blend, Invader's Roast, became the most popular beverage across 17 dimensions. Earth, having successfully transformed the concept of warfare into the ultimate reality show, began working on their next project, turning the heat death of the universe into a limited series event with merchandising opportunities. The show's success spawned an entire genre of invasion entertainment, with various alien civilizations competing to create the most engaging attempted conquest. The Galactic Peace Treaty was eventually replaced with a comprehensive programming schedule. And somewhere in a cozy corner of space-time, a cosmic being smiled, sipped its universal coffee, and prepared to binge-watch the entire series again. As for the universe itself, critics called it the greatest show ever produced, though some complained that the plot twist of existence, continuing, was a bit predictable. Still, it was renewed for countless seasons, with humanity serving as the showrunners of reality. The final message on the Universal Scoreboard read, "Thank you for watching. They wanted to subjugate Earth, but humanity didn't play by their rules, where every invasion is a hit and peace is the ultimate ratings winner." In the end, Earth had done more than just avoid conquest. They had transformed the very nature of intergalactic relations into the greatest show in existence. And somewhere in the cosmic consciousness, the Ultimate TV Guide was already listing the preview for next season, coming soon, Universe 2.0, now with even more entertainment. The story of the Zargaxian invasion became required viewing in every dimension, though critics noted that the coffee subplot might have been a bit overdone. But then again, in a universe where entertainment had become a fundamental force, was anything truly too dramatic?